The year 2015 ushered in two remarkable transition eras for Nigeria. For one, the year witnessed the historic election of President Muhammadu Buhari in March and the subsequent inauguration of the government in May. Also, the global community adopted the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) in September, with a mandate to eradicate poverty, reduce inequalities, and protect the environment from degradation. The two transition moments ignited heightened expectations from Nigerians, particularly in the delivery on the presidential mandate of the administration, as well as the attainment of the global goals. Incidentally, the goals and targets of the SDGs were also the key pillars upon which the Buhari administration strategically anchored its development agenda. Indeed, as one of the leaders who signed up for the adoption of the global agenda, President Muhammadu Buhari repeatedly declared his unflinching commitment to the attainment of the 17 goals and 169 targets, while also providing it with institutional and financial support. For the government, the attainment of the goals is synonymous to giving meaningful development to the citizenry, with the belief that when a government is able to deliver on the goals, the whole essence of governance would have been met. In apparent demonstration of her commitment, the Nigerian government established a robust institutional arrangement for the implementation of the goals, while also driving the SDGs with innovations, implementation of pro-poor and pro-development programs undertaken in the quest to bequeath to the people a desired future in which no one is left behind. As part of the efforts to mainstream the SDGs at the national level, the government also prioritized economic diversification, industrialization, energy, agriculture, food security, as well as a stable and inclusive macroeconomic environment. Beyond these, however, is the recognition by the government that the SDGs cannot be achieved with standalone programs and projects. They must be carefully mainstreamed into the policies, plans, and annual budgets of the national and subnational governments, while also ensuring that actual expenditures are aligned with such plans and budgets. And to further back these thoughts with action, the government in 2017 commenced the process of domesticating and customizing the Integrated Sustainable Development Goals (iSDG) simulation model. With its inbuilt costing element, the iSDG model will serve as a veritable tool in formulating the appropriate financing frameworks for the SDGs and drawing up medium and long-term SDGs-based plans, as well as sectoral plans. It will also link such plans to annual budgets and monitoring and reporting frameworks. To ensure a credible outcome, the development of the iSDG model was taken through a rigorous drafting and validation process, with all critical stakeholders fully brought on board. With the official launch of the Nigeria iSDG model report, Nigeria has become one of the few countries, if not the first country in the global south, to have developed a homegrown analytical framework for SDGs integration, and it is believed this will go a long way in helping to bridge the policy, planning, and budgeting gap in the quest to achieve the SDGs in Nigeria. The Nigeria iSDG model will serve as a framework for robust evidence-based policy analysis, planning and implementation of 2030 agenda at all levels of government. And as a planning tool, the model will be used to complement the existing ones currently in use at the national, sectoral, and subnational levels. For policy coherence and sustainability, the planning tool will be domiciled Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, which also collaborated with the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President and the UNDP in the efforts for its domestication. Necessary steps will also be taken to ensure that policymakers and planners judiciously utilize the model to guide efforts towards the achievement of the SDGs and other internationally agreed development goals, iADGs. Nigeria is taking a giant leap to ensuring that actual expenditures are aligned with such plans and budgets. Emphases are made on effective interagency and subnational coordination and collaboration, while providing for robust and comprehensive national statistical information system for monitoring progress on the SDGs. Nigeria will also be strengthening its efforts in mobilizing partnerships and financing for the SDGs, while intensifying its advocacy and sensitization on the SDGs by targeting all segments of society. And for President Muhammadu Buhari, and indeed the entire government of Nigeria, the 2030 agenda is more than a mere promise to ensure development. It is a call for service to humanity and a race for the ambitious goal of seeing an economically sustainable, socially inclusive, and environmentally resilient world.